Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
56, 56. Alert! What's that?
Allen. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
It's brought in downfield by Kincaid. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And the Bills have a 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Round 80!
They motion the tight end over. 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Pulled in by his back. Cook. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Steelers' side of the field.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. You create space to take that shot downfield.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. And out from the pistol to Cook. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
This throw is going to wind up incomplete. The intended target is running back, and the results, 4th down coming up.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
They're bringing out Mitch Wisnowski to punt it away on 4th. And this is the first time he's been called on today. And he drives this into the pouring rain. And a sure-handed play there in the rain. He brings in the fair catch without a problem.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Gallup. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield stripe block as he's sent out. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. That's a nice quick correction for this front block. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Out of the gun, Howard. This across midfield and down into enemy territory. Offense up to the line fast.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
Howard throwing on 3rd down. This finds its target. That's Hill. And he's marked down. Looks like at the 32-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
When you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that deep
touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a 13-point lead. Pat Fryermuth the touchdown. Boswell gets that point after the go. And the Steelers double their lead to 14. Now Boswell on to send this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Dalton Kincaid, the intended target there. And now it's 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, that's not met the standard they set for themselves.
2nd down. Here's Allen again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming 3rd down.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, the defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating 3rd and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
He finds Kincaid. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. So that's going to take us, Brock, to our 2-minute warning of this first half. More from Acrisure Stadium in just a moment. Mitch Wisnowski headed back down as they'll punt it away once more. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. Punt meets him at the 28. Continuing to move past the 45. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return. So 1st down from the 41. Warren here from the gun. And he manages to find a little traction on that soaked field as he fights forward for a couple. Offense in a hurry up here.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Howard looking to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. That's Cole Bishop. And the Bills getting back on his 6th interception of the season. First call here coming from the shotgun. Back to throw now, Allen. Cook calls it in. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. We've set it down from 37.
A gain of 13 yards.
Round 80!
1st down, Bills.
Throwing now on 1st down, Allen. And the steel curtain just too much. He's taken down. 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd down.
Allen looking to throw. Cut out left. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
Allen on 3rd down. Got his man. Shakir has it. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Buffalo calls it 2nd time out of the half. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Working from the gun, it's Allen. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. Bills moving quickly now. They're in the hurry up.
It's 2nd down.
Allen to throw. He's trying to push the field. And that's incomplete. And it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Hits his running back. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Now Boswell on to send this away. have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Now Allen off the play action. Steelers bringing pressure, no place to go, down he goes. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
That is not the way they needed to come out of the locker room here to begin the second half. Trailing, you got to play with a sense of urgency. You got to protect your quarterback, and they didn't either.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Completed over the middle. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
3rd and long for him here. Taking a shot deep here. It's intercepted by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun give now to Dowdle. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Throwing now, Howard. Dump off caught by his man. This is close, but I think they stopped him short, partner. Yep, stopped at the 37. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
3rd down run with Dowdle. Has the 1st and more past midfield. And he's finally brought down at the 33. So a gain of 30 yards on that play. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
On 1st down, Howard taking a shot towards the end zone. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Escapes out to the left. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he was showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Now, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, you need more interceptions.
On the move, hit it right. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Those are the kind of decisions you got to make in that spot. And the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
Howard to throw on 4th. He connects downfield. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2, and that sets up 1st and goal.
As a quarterback, you just know in that situation, when you go for it on 4th down, it may mean sometimes throwing in the double coverage. But if you're going to go for it, at least give your guy a shot to make a play. And against really long odds, he came up with a big-time catch.
Dowdle. And he won't get in. The daylight was there for just a second, but it closed just in time to keep him out. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Dowdle again. And this time the defense rallies to him. He's stopped for a loss.
get to these goal-to-goal situations, you know what a win is defensively, Kate? Is stalemate. Just don't let them go forward. When you actually knock them backwards as they just did, you've now energized your whole group defensively.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And it is caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers push their lead further to start the half. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. Going after up and good from Boswell. And the Steelers stretch their lead to 21. Boswell on to send this away. And he'll take an knee in the end zone for a touchback. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. He's looking deep once again. That's grabbed inside the 30. And this will reach the red zone. He takes it down to the 17.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that can stretch the middle of the field. Now, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes, and what a difference it can make for an offense.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Allen. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Pass on for the extra point. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Bills get it back to a 14-point game. Kick this away. Hardy on the return. Good work so far. He's got room. So they're going to begin from the 36 as he's brought down.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Good field position as the Steelers come up to him. 1st and 10. The inside give to Dowdle. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Operating from the gun. Here's Howard. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A loss of 5 on the play. It's now 3rd and 13.
Howard now, 3rd and long. Gets this one to Fryermuth. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
That's him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gain about 8, 2nd down.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Here we go.
This is Dowdle on 2nd down. He's still going at the 30. And this is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. He finds 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Going to the ground again on first. Quite the turnaround these last two plays, huh? Nice gain on one, and now they get it behind the line. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put two tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
Setting up the screen. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Throw right side finds Pittman. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck.
I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
On 4th down and 5, the offense staying out there. They'll throw for it. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he takes it forward to maybe the 23. Deshaun Elliott with that tackle.
Second and 6 at the 23-yard line.
A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. It's Bills football. They trail late, but this game's still very much in reach. This is 2nd and 6 coming up. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He puts some juice on a deep throw. They connect on the deep shot. And this gets close to the red zone. He is inside the 25.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit, Kate. You get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
To the air again, Allen. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Throw here, 3rd down. He's got it, complete to Pickett. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
That's good for the Bills. First down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Motioning the tight end now. From the red zone on 1st. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Cole Holcomb has it. And the Steelers will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception.
20-yard line.
All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Here's Dowdle straight up the middle. Nearly starts the drive with a first down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
That is just a great drive start. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
On second down, Warren. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38.
Cougar 19. Go.
From the gun, a run for Dowdle. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
They'll go play action. Howard escapes the pocket. Caught by the open man. And he's not far from that first down marker, is he, partner? Up to the 47. Third down coming up.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Trying to sneak with Howard. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. When you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. The gift to Dowdle. And he manages to find a little traction on that search field as he fights forward for a couple. Offense in the hurry up here. Howard looking to throw. We've got a screen to the running back. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet. This is kind of good on good. An offense gets completion, not going backwards. And the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
Howard throwing on third down. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. Fourth down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
You go for it on fourth down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
Throwing now on first down. Allen dumps it off to his running back. And all he can do is get back to the line on that effort, so no gain on first down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now they send them back in motion right. He dropped it. He dropped the interception. That was a risky throw and a check down of all things. Really went the other way, but only an incompletion on second down.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
Slot man motioned over. Allen on third down. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's good for a Buffalo first. We've set it downs from 37.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
First and 10. Here's Allen. Short pass brought in. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. They gain 11 on that play. And the Bills have a first down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
To throw again, it's Allen. Can't connect on this one. A rare miss. Been throwing for him all game, but this one didn't work out. It's second down.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays and discussing them and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had. Not against this defense. Not on that one.
Buys time, rolling right. Pulled in by his back. Cook. Now that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be third down.
There were just so many defenders in pursuit right there, headed downhill to stop that quarterback from running it. They were really right there in the vicinity to cut off that throw and that pass before it could get started.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Bills losing by 14. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. 3rd and long, they're going to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that's really one of the only things this offense couldn't afford to see happen, Brock. It's 4th and long. They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Throw is caught by the back. And they are sent off the field. They had to go for it. Defense knew it was coming. That's a turnover on downs.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate said, you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Dabo on the run. And he manages to find a little traction on that Soaps field as he fights forward for a couple. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Pass was thrown from Christian Watson. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
And 8 yards to go.
19 tight, 19 tight. Ready. Cougar 19.
3rd and long for him here. And that's a win for the pass rush. Shit as he threw it leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know what?
Oh, and they fake it. And no success on the fake punch. That's way too tough to connect on the throw. That's a turnover on downs.
A lot of these punters back in the day, they used to be quarterbacks back in high school. Not anymore. Those glory days are long gone, and the arms just don't have quite the touch they used to. It was a dangerous call choosing to pass it, and it sure backfired there.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Thought he had a touchdown there. And it sets up 2nd down.
The defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch. You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB. Over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
Sends this to the end zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So that brings up 4th and long. You're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th. Desperation time here. And this is rejected. The defender knocks the throw away and forces a turnover on downs.
50% hit rate on 4th down, while not horrible, to me signifies something even more important, Kate, and that's that this offense is going to continue to be aggressive. It's been their mindset throughout, and I don't think it's going to change anytime soon.
We're going to pass it here. He rolls to his right. Trying to connect, but it lines up incomplete. This one misses the tight end. So 2nd down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Maxwell Hairston picks it off.
Hey, I think you can almost sense a little bit of a hesitant spark out there. Nobody is going to get too excited. You're still down 2 scores, but there's a little flash of hope, a little flash of optimism. Their defense just gave the offense by taking the ball away.
Alert! Monday. What's that?
On first down, Allen. Toward the sideline, and he's got Pickett. And he fights his way down to the 35. So we have a pause here inside 2 minutes. All reviews come from the booth, and they want to take one more look. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. They took a look just to be safe. You always appreciate that, but the call on the field stands.
Half 85, half 85.
First down throw for Allen. Going deep here for the end zone. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. Just can't finish the play.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Following the near interception, this is 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Allen. Going all the way to the end zone here. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers take over on his 5th interception of the season.
Well, we're watching the defense not just generate turnovers, but really add to them. A return like that, think about it. That's 4 or 5 plays that you just saved your offense from as they try to make that interception, yet another one, count.
On first down, Howard. He's going deep. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's the backup, first throw. He's loaded another one up. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining. Couldn't connect with Tyreek Hill. So they're left facing 3rd and long. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but the heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Well, Brock, the fans, all right. Here we go, Steelers, as they take the win on the North Shore. And we know how rain can wreak havoc at any moment on a football field, but they didn't let that stop them today. They played their game, and as a result, they're leaving here with a victory. So for Brock Huard, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Pittsburgh.